witch. I suppose the youngs call this cosplay. I don't know. But I was moved to just add commentary, especially at that point where Gahan says, they're at the bar, and Gahan says, we believe that a woman's most important the woman's most powerful power is her sexuality. No, you foolish man. That is, of course, I mean, it fits into the film quite well because it's all about the male gaze and how she gets herself all dolled up all the time. I mean, that kind of beauty routine. When I was young, my makeup skills weren't as good as hers, but I wished I could have looked that cool. I kind of still do, but anyway. The fact is, though, I mean, I'm a woman, and there are so many more powers at our disposal. I mean, and I tend to believe the most powerful ones are the ones you don't use, but retain. Sort of like, I learned this from the Cold War, growing up in the 1980s. The most powerful are the ones that are like nuclear bombs that you never use, but everyone knows you have. And everyone is just hoping and fighting and negotiating so that you don't use, so that you don't ever have to even use your greatest power. Now, does sexuality sound like that? No. Sexuality, I mean, it's fun. It's a good time, you know. I'm not saying, I'm not knocking sex magic or any of that. It's certainly a good time. But what I'm saying is that it's terribly reductive in the love witch for them to say that that's all there is. Because also that leaves the men, like, what's there left for that cult leader fellow Gahan in charge? He's like, once he's done worshiping the ladies, it doesn't seem like he really has any power at all, except for his power as a teacher, perhaps. But that's one reason I enjoy this movie, yet I also consider it sort of a light horror movie. A light, pretty, I mean, it's coded, it's girly because it's got so much costuming and makeup and gorgeous detail. I mean, Samantha Robinson is just like one of those filmmakers that I don't know if she ever will make another movie again, but if she does, I'll watch it. But I'll watch it and I'll probably try to dress like it. So I was going to go back to my screening, and if I come up with anything else, I'll let you know.
Later, Eddie's marriage will hold us in bondage. It made us into servants, whores, and fantasy dolls. Never asking us.
Big teacher.
And, well, now I know what happens. The show must go on. Oh, that's lovely. Now, for copyright reasons, I can't include clips from the movie or voiceovers thereof, so I can't Mystery Science Theater 2000 style watch it and talk about it at the same time. I wish I could, but you know, I respect copyright. It's that. It's for artists and it protects them. So I'm gonna turn this off and watch some more. thing I've noticed about commentary on The Love Witch is that it's often described as a movie about narcissism. Now, let's unpack. It seems to me that we have here a very beautiful woman who takes exquisite care of herself, and that's a point that's noted. And noted how there's an element of costuming to how elaborate her makeup and her look is. And you watch her at various seduction scenes and practicing various slow spells, which don't turn out so well. All the men wind up dead. I mean, that's the horror movie aspect thereof, which I absolutely do not condone at all. Of course not. If you practice love magic, that's up to you, but don't kill people. I shouldn't have to say this to adults. Anyway, in the movie, however, with the movie, I am enjoying my little tea and candles about. They call, no one straight out says in commentary I've read, now that's just what I've read, is that Elaine is the narcissist, but Elaine is not the narcissist. Who is? Elaine is the main character, played by Samantha Robertson, who is also, I think, the props and the costumes, pretty much the whole thing. She's sort of like the me show starring me, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, for example, this whole home cinema setup is also the me show starring me. But, I mean, in that way, I take inspiration from her as a filmmaker. She's really, really good at what she does. And it's setting up this beautiful picture that I love to watch, even though. And of course, the way I watch horror, and it's not gory, it's not as violent as American Horror Story. It's a lot more, and just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's about female fantasies, yes, definitely, and expectations, especially in the 1960s. That one remark at the end when they're at the bar, and he said something about how she dolls herself up like and does the Stepford wife thing, and then he accuses her of some various pop culture, like, excuse me. So that was kind of hilarious, on the borderline between hilarious and just embarrassing. Neighborhood youngster needed to come in and get her frisbee that she'd thrown over the fence, and I was like, oh, hi, I just happened to look like this. I was in the middle of something, which is true. I mean, that's the only excuse I've got. But anyway, all told and all, she got a frisbee. And I imagine this, though, not quite in the same headspace as before, so I think I'll stop here.